to part 2, New World Economic Model. I think it is possible to implement the order system if we make people understand that this system is to help us to produce more precisely, so we can reduce waste and pollution significantly. Then we can apply this system to any business. And we want to promote second-hand stores for reusing clothing, toys, and other non-food products. But we can imagine there will be a huge dynamic in this system. Some days, there might be more orders than other days. Thus, some days they need more workforce than other days. Then there comes another question. So how do we deal with this dynamic? And when there is no need for more people to do more redundant work, so what do they do? So to the first question, we have to create another system. This system is about we want the big data to do the coordination work for us. I'm thinking about we can create some job data centers, so local vacant jobs which don't require special knowledge in these sectors will be registered and updated in these data centers. So people who want to work in these sectors can just walk in and get a job right away, or click on their smartphones. Vice versa, people can get registered and be recruited when there is a need for more workforce. They no need to send CVs back and forth. Think about it. People are wasting 20% of their time writing CVs and searching for jobs, and the job providers are wasting 30% of their time reading through the CVs and doing job interviews. So we want to cut this redundant process and be more efficient. And they get paid ranking after their experiences and skills, and better get paid the same day, because I can imagine there will be a lot of dynamics in these sectors, so it's gonna be difficult to make monthly payments. The benefits of this system is that people will have more opportunities to try many different jobs and learn different skills and become more talented. And there will be more flexibility, so we can be our own boss to decide when we want to work. So if I make an analogy of a household, these production sectors are just like kitchen house chores, which we have to do, but we want to get it done quickly and precisely. Then we will have more time for our children, more time for our interests, or do something more fun and enjoy our lives. We have so many people on the earth. We actually have enough people to do all the chores. We can also imagine there will be a lot of dynamics between these sectors. That's why, secondly, we have to create more jobs in these small knowledge, culture, and service-based sectors, especially in service sectors, because that's our ultimate goal and what we really need the most. We don't want a detour. We want to be able to directly and more easily access these services. That's why we want to promote and expand these sectors. You scratch my back and I will scratch yours. Any service you can think of, a human, from birth to grave, daycare, elderly care, schooling, teaching, fitness training, traveling, entertaining, and so on. In this knowledge-based economic model, we as human beings are the resources. Our treasure is our creativity, our intelligence. We are so capable of so many things, and we have so rich cultures, diverse languages, and endless knowledge. Life is an ever-learning process. We can teach and inspire each other so many things. So we can expand these sectors by teaching, because knowledge is our endless resources, and there is an endless demand for that. That's why this model will be more sustainable. Our natural resources are not endless. We don't have to convert all these endless, more abstract treasures, as I mentioned, into material products before we can make our lives better. I've heard stories like some professors who work on some research which cannot convert to material products, so they had to give up their research because they couldn't raise the funds. Such a pity. They might have discovered something important on that subject. We have actually lost much knowledge in some areas, which couldn't be converted to material goods. But don't worry, this new model will help us to preserve our knowledge better. Professors no need to worry about raising funds for the research anymore. We can make a system in which skilled, knowledgeable people can go and get a license to teach their subjects or skills. New graduates no need to worry about finding a job anymore. Go to teaching is one of the options. We should use our intelligence and focus on creativity and research, because this sector is the engine for our advancement. This is doable because if we make people understand that this is one of the ways how we can make a living from now on, they will be creative. They will pay you to learn, because they know one day they will be the one standing on the podium to make tons of money. We can make different interests clubs by charging entrance fee or membership fee alongside other stores. For instance, reading clubs, music clubs, guitar clubs, piano clubs, science clubs, mathematics clubs, plant clubs, singing clubs, English clubs, other language clubs, comedy clubs, workshops, dancing clubs, Star Wars clubs. Well, be creative with any interests you have, so we can spend a meaningful time with each other instead of wandering meaninglessly around boring shopping malls. There are actually already these types of economy we want to promote. For instance, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Couchsurfing, Airbnb. YouTubers are already leading the future economy. They are just behind the screen. But how about being more creative and make it bigger? YouTubers can sell tickets and hold a live show, and live tutorials in real time and real life, like a superstar. So this model promotes creativity because we are intelligent creatures. So be creative and go ahead to discover your talent. Make your interests become your career. So when you're not measured by how much material wealth you have anymore, and yourself is the resource, your knowledge, skills, language, culture, and identity are your treasures, then you are equal and unique like anyone else in their own ways. With the understanding of this, I believe people will treat each other more equally and respect and treasure each other more. Each country will respect each other more because each country has its own people as assets. Then one day, our world will be more peaceful. This model will motivate us to be more creative. Hope our knowledge, skills, and culture to be better reserved, and equality will be promoted. So investors, please invest in people, in kids, instead of factories. Be the early bird to get the worms. I have an even more exciting idea how we can expand in this sector. It's gonna be a huge deal. Let me explain. We as human beings, our nature and our instinct is that we are curious. We want to explore the world. Life is about experiencing different things. We want to interact with other people. We want to see the world. So my idea is that we can kickstart the biggest economic cycle if we encourage people to go traveling and explore the world once in their lifetime by bike. Because bikes are the most affordable and the most environmentally friendly way of traveling. I believe that's the majority of people's dream to travel around the world. We only have one life. There are actually some people who are already doing this on their own, but the facilities and the infrastructure are just not good enough for them yet. And the process of applying for a visa to enter each country is just too difficult. Of course, there are some countries offering some third world people with a working vacation visa. So how about we expand on that and make the process more simple? So bicycle travelers can apply for access to each country easier. They have to apply because we want big data to do the coordination work again. so the travelers won't overrun each country's national road. So actually build up these sectors will also be kind of the groundwork for this bigger picture. Even though the COVID pandemic is still a challenge, but we can start some groundwork already. So our world will be gradually become a big and more professional university. So it is possible for bicycle travelers to learn things, study different subjects on their way, as we will expand and develop these sectors gradually, so they don't waste their precious time. Thus, bicycle travelers can truly become world residents. At this point, we will be able to reduce refugee problems. Because when you can travel around the world and be a true world resident, why would you want to be stuck in one single country, right? Moreover, they need accommodation and work too, right? So how about we convert farmlands to farm centers to accommodate them and provide them work? They will be allowed to work 2 or 3 days per week. They can also work in these areas, as we will make the system more flexible, as I mentioned. So the boring traditional farmland will be transformed to vibrant and exciting culture centers. How exciting is that gonna be? I would recommend every city and a town to develop a farm center and a job data center to host these travelers. So let's get this economic cycle started. It's time for us to start doing these groundworks for the future economy. Because when robots are going to take our jobs, what do we do with millions of people who are out of job? The time is mature enough that we should give our fellow globe residents a guideline on how they should develop themselves to adjust to the ever-changing world. It's time for us to level up. At the end of the day, what we all need is good food, a good laugh, a good bed to dream on. These are just some of my general ideas how the world economy could work better. If you have better ideas, please contact me. Let's discuss it more in depth. Please share my video to anyone you know. Earlier people know about this new model, earlier we can kickstart it. So let's save our planet together. Please subscribe to my channel and comment and like. Thanks for your time. Take care.